Okay, good, good. So that the information
The
is not
recording
lost.
is started. The recording is started.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. So I want to congratulate every one of you who has been shortlisted for the first phase of the Voice Vigil Champions. I want to go on to say this. For a project of this magnitude that has young people drawn from Nigeria, Cameroon, um, Uganda, and Kenya. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Great. It's massive. It's a unique opportunity to connect. It's a unique opportunity to network and build valuable relationship beyond this project. I know that after now, some persons will be dropped based on performance, but I hope that you all give your best to ensure that you are contributing to the fight against antimicrobial resistance. We communicate this message in English, and sometimes it might seem as though those who are out of this context are left out. But because of the Voice Vigil project, now we're going to have the communications around antimicrobial resistance structured in multiple languages across 4 countries in Africa. That is huge. And I hope that you all will take it very seriously and live up to the responsibility that this task demands of you. So I want to again congratulate every one of you for making it thus far. Please follow through with the training schedule to ensure that you make it to the final selection so that you are part of the persons who will be bringing impact to your communities. Thank you so much, everyone. And I want to appreciate the Voice Vigil team for extending the invitation to give you this opening remark. I will not take much time beyond this. I will just simply wish you all the best. Over from me. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. Despite your tight schedule, um, a lot to take out from across Uganda, Kenya, Cameroon, and Nigeria to connect. And we hope that every champion on this call and everyone who will listen later on is going to make the most of this opportunity. So thank you so much, sir, for honoring our invitation. And we're truly, truly glad to have you join us this evening. So yeah, thanks for everyone joining now. So I'll go on to to present about the Voice VG project. Okay, yeah, Yusuf is on the call now. Yusuf, let me make you okay. Samuel, please can you make Yusuf co-host so that we can proceed with the presentation about the Voice VG project. So we hope that at the end of this onboarding session, you will gain more clarity about the Voice VG project, how it's going to be run. If you notice in your mail, we said this is phase one. So we're going to get to learn what the phase one and phase two is going to be about. What are your responsibilities? What you need to do in the coming weeks? And we hope that you take a lot from this session. So Yusuf, let me know if you are active. Okay, yeah, Yusuf, you are now co-host. Let
All right.
me know if you are active. You are all right.
Yes, I am. I am.
Okay, thank you. So we'll be taking a short presentation from Yusuf Olumo Ismail, who is the team lead for the Voice VG project. He will be presenting on what the Voice VG project is about and what you need, everything you need to know about the Voice VG project. So yeah, over to you, Yusuf. Let's welcome Yusuf in the chat box. Thank you.
All right. Good evening to everyone, wherever you are listening from. Um, my name is Ismail Yusuf Olumo, and I am the team lead for the Voice Video. So I'll be sharing my screen now. Uh, Give me some moment. Hello, Dr. Yego.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I want to know if you can share the screen from there.
Okay, let me see.
Yeah. I'm having a little problem here.
Sorry, just a moment. My network is a bit slow. I'm coming. Can you see my screen?
No, sir.
Hi, can you see my screen?
No, sir. We
No,
cannot see your
sir,
screen,
we
sir.
cannot see your screen.
Oh,
No, sir. We cannot see your screen.
okay. I'm coming.
Have they made Yusuf co-admin so that
Yes.
okay, it's co-admin now, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
We can still not see your screen.
We can't even hear. Like you are forced to do this thing.
Oh,
Please, you should pause. You should pause the. You should mute your speaker. Sorry.
Sorry, any updates? I can see everywhere is quiet too.
Yes, like maybe they are arranging something that they are not prepared before.
Okay, so Yusuf, I don't know. It seems my network is very stable, very unstable. I noticed I even got kicked out.
Please, you should mute your speaker. There are people that are talking. There are children. Yeah, please, you should mute your speaker.
Okay, so Samuel, can you make me co-host again, please? And if you can make Yusuf co-host too. So maybe what I would do is I will share the slide in the group. I don't know. My network seems not to be stable.
But we can hear you, Dr. Jacob. So I don't know, all the network problem is from Yusuf only.
Okay, so I think Yusuf is experiencing a network glitch, so he has dropped off. So I will just go ahead with the presentation for you to share the screen at my end. The network seems to be, I don't know, quite unstable. So, but I'll share the slide on the Champions group so you can take a look at it and you follow through the presentation. So yeah. So it's a continental. Okay, so my network seems to be quite unstable. I don't know the problem. So, but I'll go ahead to make the presentation so you can follow in the slide later on. So, but I will take a moment to give you a background of the VoiceVigil project, why it came about, and what we are currently doing about the project. So, currently, most projects on AMR focus around advocacy. Most projects around AMR focus around advocacy in terms of communication in English or French. These are very official languages, and many people are unable to understand these languages. And so this is what came about the VoiceVigil project. So the VoiceVigil project is a continental youth-led project that is committed to translating AMR messages to local languages. So across Nigeria, Kenya, Ghana, and Uganda. Of course, other African countries are going to be involved too. We've gotten applications from Ethiopia, Liberia, and a whole lot of other countries, Ghana, and so on and so forth. But our main focus is these 4 countries. So I want to see how we are able to translate AMR messages to local languages. Let me know if you are with me.
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. So we want to see how we are able to translate AMR messages to local languages. So that's what led to the VoiceVigil AMR project. So we, in the first phase of, so this project is sponsored by the Trinity Challenge. Yeah, is powered by the Trinity Challenge, and VetConnect, like I mentioned earlier, is the implementing partner for this project. Yeah, so we are going to be focused on these 4 countries, like I mentioned. So the first phase, this project is going to be executed in 2 phases. The phase 1, it has to do with training AMR champions across these countries I've mentioned, and even beyond, to be able to communicate AMR in their local languages. And not just communicate, to be able to influence social behavior change in their communities, right? We're doing so. We are going to be having series of training. Moving forward, we'll be sharing the curriculum and the schedule for the training so that you can follow up. So we'll be having series of trainings for the VoiceVigil project. So you will be trained on how to translate AMR messages in your local languages. So I'm sure we're going to be dealing with nothing less than 10 local languages. Yeah, so for each country, there are different local languages that we'll be focusing on, and you all are going to be involved in translating these messages to your local languages. So that is one thing we'll be doing as part of the phase 1 of this project. Yeah. So series of training. So in the coming weeks, the next 6 to 8 weeks, we'll be having trainings on AMR communication, from social behavior change to translation of AMR message to community outreach.
We can hear you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, to community mobilization, and so on and so on. Learning in the coming weeks is going to be quite intense. And at the heart of the phase 1 of this project is we'll be very strict with attendance, because as much as we've shortlisted a lot of people, not everyone will receive funding to implement a project in their community. We're going to be looking at champions that have been committed throughout the project. So what this means is that in the course of the project, we'll be taking regular attendance. So you need to meet at least 75% attendance at all trainings programs before you can qualify to go into phase 2 of the project, right? So you need to have at least 75 attendance. And then when we talk about attendance, this is where a lot of people miss it. They are thinking that I can just attend the meeting, not engage, and then my attendance is taken. We're going to be taking attendance by okay, more closer to the mic. Okay, let me see. Can you hear me much clearer now?
Yes, we can
We
hear
can
you.
hear you, sir. We can hear you,
Yes,
sir.
sir. We can hear you loud and clear.
We can hear you loud and clear, sir.
Without the mic.
Thank you.
Okay. So a lot of people think that. Okay. Thank you. So a lot of people think that by just not going to just have your attendance marks, you need attendance by the amount of time that, okay, let me give somebody, okay, let's say Deborah attended so and so minutes for the onboarding session. Yusuf attended so and so minutes. Bram attended so and so minutes for the training program. So that's what we are going to be doing. So you need to be very active. You need to be very engaged. Yeah. So for each session, we're going to be having a pre-test and a post-test, right? So you are expected to be present at the beginning and at the end of each session. Like I said, we're going to be sharing the training curriculum to you so that you can know when to prepare for sessions. But mostly our sessions will be held on Sundays, so that everybody can, regardless, we know majority of you are students. So regardless of where you are, you can be able to join, right? So we want to see how we are able to do that so we'll be having a pre-test and a post-test, and that is just to ensure that we evaluate the impact of the session. So for every session you join, make sure that you take the pre-test and make sure that you take the post-test. So and we also understand that a lot of you you have other engagements that may clash with our timing. So that means that if for any reason you are going to be absent for any of the training session, you need to communicate at least 4 hours ahead of time to us that, okay, I am so and so champion, and for so and so reason, I will not be present for the session. And of course, we'll be able to give you the recordings of the session after the session is done. So we need to take note of this, that attendance is very critical in the course of this program. You need to meet at least 75% attendance for all the session. You need to participate in pre and post tests. And of course, we'll be having breakout sessions. Yeah, in the course of maybe after every session, we'll be having breakout sessions. So you are encouraged to participate actively in the breakout session. So if you are sent to a group, that's not today. But then subsequently, we'll be having breakout sessions. So if you are sent to any breakout session, you are expected to be actively involved. So by the end of the phase 1 of this training program, you will be issued a certificate of participation, a certificate of recognition for the work you have. Thank you, Aminu. So you will be, okay, somebody's asking what's the breakout session. So the breakout session is not going to happen today, but by next Sunday, which is our first session, we'll be taking module 1. We'll be having a breakout session after the speaker is done. So the breakout session, you are going to be divided into groups. And the aim is simply to help you reflect on certain questions. Maybe the speaker spoke about the burden of antimicrobial resistance. How can you relate that to your community? How can you relate that to your locality? So these are maybe some of the questions that we can be discussing in the breakout session. Yeah, the training is going to run for 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah, the 6 to 8 weeks, that's phase 1. And then the remaining period is going to be for the phase 2 of the project. So like I was saying, just a few persons will be selected. Not everyone will be selected for phase 2 of the project. And phase 2 is the phase that you have the opportunity to implement a community project
that is where you are sponsored or you are supported to carry out a community project. So I want to encourage everyone, be actively involved so that you are not just going to carry out a project in phase 1, you are also going to carry out a project in phase 2. So phase 2, I wouldn't want to talk about phase 2 so much now, but maybe just to give you an idea of what phase 2 looks like. So phase 2, you will be empowered to carry out a project in your community, and that we are going to be targeting different audiences, right? Let's say livestock farmers, pet owners, pharmacy outlets. Some persons can go out in schools. Some persons can go out in markets. Some can go on TV. Some can go on radio. So when it comes to that, we are definitely going to guide you. Some can visit abattoirs and so on and so on. We'll be guiding you on how to translate these messages for those going on radio, for those going on TV, for those going to farms, for those going to schools. Each of these groups, you have to have a specific message for each of this group, right? So that is what phase 2 will be about. But for phase 1, your major attention now should be phase 1 of the project. Your major attention should be phase 1 of the project now. We'll communicate to you in due course what phase 2 is going to be about. So I think before I finish my presentation and then we take the questions, I would like to introduce to you the team members for the VoiceVigil project. So let me see if I can share my screen now. Okay, so so you can meet the project team members for the VoiceVigil project. So we have Ismail Yusuf Olumon, who is the project lead, the team lead. Yusuf, I think he was on the call before he dropped off. But Yusuf, if you are back, let me know so that you can say hi. I think the network in Nigeria today seems to be quite terrible. From my end, I'm in the southwest Nigeria, and he's in the north and experiencing network issues too. I don't know whether other Nigerians are experiencing network issues too. All right, so Yusuf, if you're on the call, you can say hi before I go to the next person.
All right. Good evening to everyone. So I'm sorry, I think the network here is not as good as we think it's going to be. So it's actually wonderful to have every one of you here. And once again, congratulations to each and everyone that's been selected. And just like Dr. Jacob said, this program is going to be in 2 phases. Phase 1, this is where we select you. You have this is your stage now. For those people that actively participate in what we are going to be doing and more consistent, you'll be those ones that will be able to make it to the phase 2, like you said. So once again, congratulations. You can move on, Dr. Jacob, please.
Okay, Yusuf, I don't know. I can't hear you anymore.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Can anybody hear Yusuf?
Yes, sir. It seems he has finished.
Yes,
He has
we
given
are,
you
we are
Okay,
past
thank
him,
you,
sir.
Yusuf. All right,
Yes,
all right.
yes, sir.
Thank you. All right, thank you, Yusuf, and welcome back. So the co-team lead is myself, Dr. Undo Jacob. I'm leading the project together with Yusuf, and so capacity building and advocacy. Yeah, so we have the capacity building and advocacy. We have Bramwell James from Kenya. In the coming weeks, you will be seeing Bramwell very frequent because he is going to be responsible for the trainings. So you'll be seeing him very frequent. So Bram, if you're on the call, can you say hi?
Hi everyone. As you heard, my name is Bramwell from Kenya, and I'm going to be in charge of capacity building, and advocacy. Thank you so much to all of you, and feel very much at home.
All right. Thank you very much, Bramwell. So we have the Logistic and Resource Mobilization Officer for this project. We have Awasume Jonathan from Cameroon. Jonathan, can you say hi? Jonathan, please, can you say hi? Okay, I think maybe he has dropped off. So we also have the communications lead for the VoiceVigil project. We have Awo Rebecca joining us from Uganda. Rebecca, can you say hi? Okay, I think she has dropped off. So we have the project manager for the VoiceVigil project. We have Oyelade Blessing from Nigeria. Blessing, if you're on the call, can you say hi?
Hi everyone, good evening.
Evening, ma. Thank you.
Pardon?
Good evening, ma.
Good evening, sir. I'm on the call, sir.
All right. Glad to have you on the call. So in the coming weeks, you'll be hearing from all the team members. So these are the team members for the VoiceVigil project. And like I said earlier, the VoiceVigil project is powered by the Trinity Challenge, and VetConnect is a supporting partner for the project. Yeah, so I think that's about the VoiceVigil team. I see some persons are asking about the timeline, everything. More of those informations will be shared with you. And the slide for today's presentation, if not for the network, I've shared the slide already, but we are going to make the project phase 1. And importantly, we are going to be awarding champions based on their performance. The top 3 champions in this project, we're going to be giving awards in that regards, recognition in that regards. So I want to see how everyone is committed to this project, and we hope that each and every one, though I know it's not possible for everyone to win, be in the top 3. So once again, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the VoiceVigil project. So in the next few minutes, we'll be taking questions from all of you. But before then, I would like you all to turn on your camera. We want to have a snapshot. We would like to have a snapshot of all the team members who have joined this evening, just for our media coverage, for our communication. So please turn on your camera so that we can have a snapshot. If you give us your consent for that. If you are not comfortable with taking a snapshot, that's okay. But we would really appreciate if everyone can turn on their camera. I didn't join with my system because of network. So any of the team members, if you have joined with your system, let's have snapshots of all the team members who have joined this evening. Please, if you can turn on your camera, we really appreciate that. I know in in Uganda and Kenya, it's already evening. It's already getting to night. This is I think it's 7:45 in their end already. Yeah, so is anyone taking a snapshot for us? Like I said, I didn't join with my PC because of network, so I would prefer somebody who has joined with their PC to help us take a snapshot. Okay. Pius, I see your hand raising up. You are snapping for us, or you want to ask us a question?
Yeah, I have a question, but after the snapshot, sir.
All right, all right. So I want to believe somebody has taken the snapshots. You have joined with your system. We really appreciate that. All right. All right. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining. So it's time for question and answers, and we'll be glad to hear from you. So this is what we'll do. If you have a question, you can use a raise hand. I speak, and we expect that you hit the point straight. Just one question, you hit the point straight. Let us know your question, and our team are on the call. They will be able to respond to you accordingly. We don't want to exceed our time of 5 to 6 p.m. West African time. So yeah, on my screen I can see Pius has raised his hand. So Pius, over to you.
Okay, thank you very much for this privilege. So, straight to the point, my question is on the language of translation, because here in Nigeria we have hundreds of languages, although we have basic languages. Yeah, because I'm an Idoma person, but I understand English, I understand Yoruba, I understand Idoma, I understand Hausa. So it would be good if we should know those languages that would be, because I know there will be selected languages to be used in the field work. So what about those languages? Are we going to be giving languages selected so that we can prepare ahead of time? Yeah, because I know that we can't cover the whole languages in Nigeria. Then talk more of other countries in this meeting. Then secondly, again, concerning the program duration, is it after the duration of 6 to 8 weeks that the main fieldwork will get started, or is still within this time frame of 6 or 8 weeks that would take both the training and the field work? That's the community engagement. Thank you, sir.
All right, all right. Thank you very much, Pius, and I'm glad to have you on the call. So I'll try to answer that question. So for the languages we'll be taking for this project, for each of the countries we have certain targeted languages. I know in Kenya we have Swahili as one of our priority languages for translation. In Nigeria we have Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa. In Uganda we have Luganda, if I'm correct. Please, Rebecca, if I'm correct, let me know. If I'm wrong, let me know. So we have Luganda for Uganda, and Cameroon. We have French, of course, and English. And maybe we'll discuss more for Cameroon later in the course of the project. But then this doesn't mean that other languages cannot be translated. No. We hope that for as many champions, let's say, for instance, Pius is Idoma, and we have another Idoma person. We are able to see that you are able to we are able to support you to translate the message in Idoma too. And that applies to other languages. So beyond these priority languages I've mentioned, especially if we're able to have like 2 or more champions within a specific language, we're going to support them, guide them, because we're going to be working with language experts, right? To support your efforts in translation. So with that, we hope that you are able to do beyond the priority languages. But I needed to mention these priority languages, right? So that's on the first question. Then the second question now, the question of the timeline. Yes, the first training is going to last for around 6 to 8 weeks. It can be less, right? Let me emphasize that it can be less. Um, So it will last for roughly 6 to 8 weeks. And after that time, we'll now go into the field work for those that will proceed to phase two. For those that will proceed to phase two, we'll now go into field work. Yeah, so overall, the project is going to last for 6 months. It began in February, actually. So it's going to last for 6 months. So, but for the phases of the project that will be actively involved, let's say the next 2 to 3 months, we'll be working on the project together. Yeah, in the next 2 to 3 months. So, yeah, Pius, I don't know whether I've answered your question. Maybe any of our team members.
Yes, thank you, sir. You have answered it. You have answered it, and I'm glad. Thank you.
All right. Glad to have you. So I see somebody asking in the chat box, can you give clarity on the pre and post test? Yeah, so the pre and post test is it's not a test to assess to grade you. No, it's not going to be a test to grade you. We simply want to evaluate to know the impact of our training. So before we begin every session, we're going to share certain multiple choice question. So you are going to answer, and we expect you not to use AI. We don't advise you use AI. Just answer the best of your knowledge. You are not going to be graded. We are not awarding marks for the pre and post test. We just need the information to know that, okay, this training we are doing, is it making any progress? Is it impactful? Is it what's the take of our participants? So by the beginning of every training, we're going to share a pre-test, and by the end of every training, I will share a post-test for you to fill. Yeah. So I don't know whether that answers your question. Yusuf or any other team member, let me know if you have something to add to this question so far. While we do that, his hand and FA Akintola. So I'll give Ame Suleiman to speak. After Ame, we'll take Akintola. Yeah.
I don't know whether you can hear
are
me,
you
sir.
on the call?
Yes, sir. I don't know whether you can hear
you. Yeah. Yes, please.
Sir, my question is about you said first one should take 6 to 8 months, 6 to 8 weeks. So are we going to take this training in each and every blessing week, like you said, every Saturday for us to prepare? And about pre and post tests, are we going to have this test and each session like 6 to 8 times, Kenan? I don't know whether you can understand that.
Yes, perfectly. Yeah, so by tomorrow or so, we'll be sharing the schedule for the training so that you can follow up. You know which day we're going to be having sessions, right? We're going to be sharing the schedule with you, the entire curriculum for the training. And your second question with regards to the time.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so with regards to the time, yeah, most of the session will be held on Sundays, like a time like this in most cases, and most sessions may not exceed 2 hours. Yeah, some days we may have one speaker, some days we may have two speakers, but I can assure you that none of the session, by God's grace, hopefully will not exceed 2 hours. So, but then the schedule will fully communicate that to you on how the program will be run, the timing.
Thank you, sir.
Does that answer you, Suleiman?
Yes, sir. I'm very appreciative. Thank you, sir.
Okay. I want to believe I've
So in Nigeria, we have.
Okay. I was trying to answer someone. I don't know whether you, Akintola, have you asked your question?
Hello, good evening. I have
Yes, good
not asked my
evening.
question. Actually, yes, so the question I was going to ask was about the timing. Actually, I mean the duration for each session. So, and you mentioned now that it won't be more than 2 hours. And the other question was, would it be always, our sessions, would it be on Sundays? And because Sunday is actually very pretty good. I mean, mostly everyone is free and all. So, but I think that the other person, previous person, actually asked something around that. So, thanks so much.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Akintola. So yeah, our sessions are going to be mostly on Sundays. We know that more than 80% of the everybody participates. So thank you very much. Let me know who is next to um, ask the question. Okay, I can't see any other hand raised up. So let me see if I can get some question in the chat. Um, okay. I got logged out again. So if you ask a question or you want to ask a question, you can raise your hand so that I can grant you. All right. So Israel, yeah, let's hear your question now.
Okay, it's not
Yeah.
really a question. Good evening, everyone.
Good
So,
evening.
I was hoping that to ask if it's possible for us to make it at least twice in a week. So maybe to hasten the process. I don't know if it's possible.
All right, Israel. Why are you rushing? All right, so we have different speakers. We have different speakers. So every speaker has their timeline. We've reached out to them, giving them a timeline. Some we needed readjustment and all of that. So unfortunately, it will not be possible for us to readjust the time. We wish we were able to shorten it. But then we don't want to also jam pack you with a lot of information. Most of these sessions are going to be coming with assignments for you to do. So we want to give you time to also be able to engage and carry out some of these assignments. I don't know whether that answers your question.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. So we have Simon Ba. Let's hear your question, please.
Yes, I'm sorry. I lost the connection. I'm just coming back. But there is this question I wanted to ask that the project which we are going to undertake, is it going to be on an individual base or we can organize people to work as a team while executing our projects? Thank you.
Okay. Let me see if any of our team members would like to respond to that. Bram or Yusuf or Rebecca or anyone would like to respond to Steven? Okay. So we are in phase one. So I wouldn't want to jump to phase two. So just pay attention in phase one. But then let me just give you a clue that yeah, some projects will be approved on individual basis, and of course, champions within some localities may be able to carry out a group project. Yeah, so it's going to be allowed. Hopefully, yeah. And every timeline we've mentioned here is subject to adjustment because we have funders we are working with. So we are also following their timeline. So if for any reason there is an adjustment, we'll let you know. So we've said 6 to 8 weeks, but it can be less, it can be, something like that. So just bear that in mind as well. So Simon, I don't know that whether that answers you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I
Okay.
am clear about that. But still,
All right.
I don't know. Myself and some other people that lost the connection, I in the group complaining. So from that point, we started questioning. I don't know if there can be a provision for what has happened within that time till now, so that the people that lost connection can get hold of it. Thank you, sir.
Yes, please. Yes, please. And the meeting is recorded, so we'll be able to mail you the recordings, and maybe we'll be able to provide some frequently asked questions in the course of the week, so that you can have more clarity, even those that didn't join. Today, we're not going to take attendance deliberately, but subsequent meetings we are definitely going to be um, very strict on attendance. Even today, we are able to still get your attendance based on how you sign in the meeting and how long you participated in the meeting. So subsequently, let's bear that in mind. So we have Jacinta Loput. Yeah, Jacinta, can we hear your question, please? We are already running out of time. Yes, Jacinta, can we hear you, please? Okay. If you are speaking, you are probably muted. All right. So if Jacinta is not active, let's hear Joshua Emmanuel.
Doctor, thank you so much. I'm active.
All
Can you
right. All
hear
right.
me?
Yes, please.
All right. My question was in the regards of the context of the program. We mentioned a lot of things: markets, abattoirs, farms. So I would like to know what is the big picture. What would be the context of our project?
Okay. So when we get to phase two, you are going to be given more detailed guidelines on your implementation, right? So we're going to give you targeted audience, right? So you will now choose which one resonates with you. So you are going to apply for funding for phase two. That's those that will qualify for phase two. So let's say you apply to carry out in the farm, educate livestock farmers on responsible use of antimicrobials and all of that. So these are some of the things we'll be doing in phase two. So it's very flexible. You will decide which area you will apply. So, but then when we come to phase two, we are going to give you a guide, right? So that you can now apply for funding for your project.
All right.
I
Thank
don't
you
know
so
if
much.
that answers your question, Jacinta.
Yes, it does. Thank you so much.
All right, all right. Yeah, so let's hear from Joshua. The questions are increasing.
All right,
Let's
thank
hear
you
from
very much.
Joshua. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. So I'm really excited to be. So my question is, I just want to ask for clarity on this. There are
Yeah.
some times probably we lost connection during the course of the program. So I want to
Yeah.
ask if, and I'm fully aware of the attendance is going to be timed based on the timing of
Yeah.
the school session. So
Yeah.
I want to ask if the timing will continue with the previous one.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Is definitely going to continue. This is a Zoom setting, so let's say you join 5 minutes, you later join again. It's going to total because it's the same email you have used, right? So it's going to total the total amounts you've
All right,
joined.
all right. Thank you
And
very much, sir.
again, yeah, thank you. So again, I said that for any reason, we understand that champions may have different engagement. AMR language champions may have different engagement. So for any reason you are going to be absent, we expect that you mail us at least 4 hours before time that okay, this is the reason why I will not be present in the call today. and we'll be able to give consideration for such persons. Of course, we wouldn't want a situation where somebody is mailing us consistently that I'm not going to be present. We'll definitely not give consideration for you. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. So we'll go to Husseini. Husseini, I think we'll take two more questions and we'll call it a day.
Good evening.
Husseini,
Good evening,
yes,
sir.
good evening. Yeah.
I wanted you to re-highlight on the benefit of this program, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Husseini, for that thoughtful question. So I will definitely do. So let me start by stating the problem. Most of AMR projects focus on communicating AMR in the official languages. For instance, all the projects I've done, most of them were communicated in English, which is the official language here in Nigeria. So this project now is saying that let us shift from just communicating AMR in big jargons to local languages. So for each of these champions joining this program, how do we translate AMR message to their local languages so that they can effectively communicate to people within their communities about AMR? So the first benefit of this program is that you are going to be able to be you are going to be trained to effectively communicate AMR stewardship in your local language, in your community. And beyond the training, the knowledge you are going to get, the project is also going to give you the opportunity of spotlighting your work, reaching more people, impacting people. And if you do any project, we're definitely going to spotlight you. And yeah, and of course, we're going to get a certificate of recognition for your work, which you can use it for other professional development. The project is also going to give you the opportunity of networking because we have several persons across Nigeria, across Cameroon, across Uganda, across Kenya, across Ghana, Sierra Leone, Ethiopia, and so on, and Liberia, and so on and so on. I have been mentioning these four countries because they are a priority, but we have other champions across other countries. So it's of course going to give you the opportunity of networking. So yeah, so these are briefly some of the benefits you get for participating in this project. I hope that
Okay,
answers you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
All right. So we have Adam Sabo Musa. Yeah, Musa, let's hear your question, please.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My question goes on this. Based on the teamwork, if possible, the work is going to be on teamwork. How are we going to make it up by meeting one another so that we can join hands together to implement the program?
Okay. Thank you very much. So we understand that some champions are within the same locality, right? So in the course of application, with reviewing the application, we saw that some persons are in the same school, some are in the same zone, and all of that. So there are zones that will give you the opportunity of connecting with others physically. Let's say, what's your school, Sabo?
University of Ilorin.
Good. So let's say University of Ilorin, we see that maybe there are many champions there, and let's say majority of champions there are communicating AMR in Yoruba. We will see, especially the task of translating AMR messages. We will be working a lot as a team group, and then we will be involving language experts to review the class exercise that you all have done. So you'll be working both virtually and physically for those that are within certain locations. But that doesn't mean that if you're not where maybe there are no champions, that doesn't mean you cannot still work. No. Thank God for the internet. We are able to collaborate, and several tools can help us do collaborative work like this. Maybe we'll share more when we commence some of those exercises. I don't know whether that answers your question. All right.
Yes,
So
so
we're
thank you
about
so
to
much. I really
run.
appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Sabo. We're about rounding up now. I'm very, very sorry that we may not be able to take all questions. Maybe let me see. I'm thinking that a language can be spread by more than one champion. Is it true, or you choose one per local language? No, we are going to allow as several languages as we can, as long as we get somebody, an expert, verify that the message you are passing is correct. Yeah. So, Zipporah, let's have your question. I think you'll be the last to ask a question this evening. Yeah, Zipporah, can you ask your question, please? All right, it seems Zipporah is not active again. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining the
Hello.
call. Okay, Zipporah, yes, over to you, please.
So I'm having network issues and I'm asking how will my attendance be recorded because I've been getting in and getting out of the meeting. And then
Okay, yeah,
another question,
yeah.
how long will the sensitization program, how long will it take when we are in the field?
Okay, when you are in the field.
Yes.
Okay. So for the attendance, today don't bother. We are not taking attendance. It's negligible because this is the first day, and a lot of you are not aware of the attendance criteria and all of that. So it's understandable. It's understandable. So, but then subsequently we'll be more strict with attendance, and we expect that you all are actively involved. Yeah. Then with regards to the timeline, I know a lot of people are interested in phase two. So, but I will again encourage that let's take one step at a time. So let's focus on phase one now. When we get to phase two, we'll give more clarity, right? But we are going to be given some reasonable time to plan and implement your project. So, but before then, we'll give you more detailed information. So I think that answers your question, Zipporah.
Yes, thank you.
All right, my pleasure. So, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining the onboarding session tonight. We are going to share the recordings. We apologize that we were unable to share the screen, share our slides because of the network glitches from my end and the team leads and Yusuf end. But then we're going to share the slides with you guys so that you can follow up with the training. Thank you guys for joining. We'll pick more questions. We'll be answering more of your questions in the comments in the group. So please, if you are here to join the WhatsApp group, do well to check your mail and join the WhatsApp group. Yeah. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining. Let me know if any of my team members have something to add before we close. Bramwell, Jonathan, Rebecca, um, you know, Blessing. Let me know if you have anything to say before we call it a day. So yeah, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We look forward to having much more productive engagement in the coming week. Thank you, and do have a wonderful evening. Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.
Yo